Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior, 1981, directed by George Miller, is a seminal entry in the post-apocalyptic genre and a follow-up to the 1979 film, Mad Max. It's renowned for its high-octane action, innovative design, and stark portrayal of a dystopian future. The film is set in a desolate world where society has collapsed following a series of global wars and resource shortages. Here's a comprehensive explanation of the film, covering its plot, characters, themes, and impact. Plot overview. Setting and background. The film is set in a barren, post-apocalyptic wasteland where gasoline and other resources are extremely scarce. The remnants of civilization are scattered and lawless, ruled by roving gangs and warlords. The world is characterized by its desolation, with crumbling infrastructure and a constant struggle for survival. Introduction. The film begins with Max Rokitansky, played by Mel Gibson, narrating a brief overview of the state of the world. He describes himself as a road warrior who roams the wasteland in search of fuel and sustenance. Max, once a cop, is now a solitary figure with a personal quest for vengeance after the loss of his family and the collapse of social order. The central conflict. The plot centers around a community of survivors who have established a fortified compound, referred to as the Gulag, where they are protecting a valuable resource, a large supply of gasoline. This fuel is crucial for their survival and their ability to defend themselves against marauding gangs. The leader of the compound, Pappagallo, played by Michael Preston, is determined to escape the wasteland and reach a promised land, a fertile area with abundant resources. The antagonist of the film is the Humongous, played by Kjell Nielsen, a sadistic warlord who leads a gang known as the War Boys. The Humongous covets the gasoline and seeks to overtake the compound to seize control of this critical resource. Max's role. Initially, Max is a lone wanderer who encounters the compound by chance. He is initially hesitant to get involved but is eventually drawn into the conflict when he sees the potential for profit. The community, desperate and outnumbered, makes a deal with Max, promising him a large supply of fuel if he helps them escape from the Humongous' gang. Max agrees, but his involvement is driven as much by his own quest for survival and personal gain as by altruism. The escape plan. To escape the Humongous' gang, the compound devises a plan to make a dramatic and dangerous escape. The plan involves using a convoy of vehicles to transport the survivors and the gasoline to a safer location. Max, equipped with his own high-performance vehicle, joins the convoy, which includes several other vehicles modified for combat and defense. The chase. One of the film's most iconic sequences is the extended car chase that forms the climax of the film. As the convoy makes its way across the wasteland, the Humongous' gang relentlessly pursues them. The chase is a high-intensity sequence involving numerous stunts, explosions, and vehicular mayhem. The vehicles, including Max's V8 Interceptor, are designed for maximum impact and destruction, contributing to the film's reputation for inventive action sequences. The final showdown. The climax of the chase leads to a dramatic confrontation between Max and the Humongous. Max's resourcefulness and combat skills are put to the test as he fights off the gang members and helps protect the convoy. In the end, the convoy manages to reach a safer location, although the cost of their escape is high, with several casualties and significant destruction. Resolution. Max, having fulfilled his part of the deal, takes his share of the gasoline and leaves the compound. His departure is marked by a sense of melancholy and disillusionment, reflecting his ongoing struggle to find meaning and purpose in a world that has largely lost its way. The survivors of the compound are left to continue their journey, with the hope of eventually finding a better place. Characters. Max Rokitansky, the protagonist, portrayed by Mel Gibson, is a former police officer who has become a solitary wanderer in the wasteland. Max is a complex character driven by both a desire for vengeance and a need for survival. His character arc reflects his gradual shift from a personal quest to a more altruistic role. The Humongous, the primary antagonist, portrayed by Kjell Nielsen, is a ruthless and charismatic warlord. His character is defined by his imposing presence, elaborate costume, and sadistic tendencies. He is a formidable adversary, representing the chaos and brutality of the post-apocalyptic world. Pappagallo, the leader of the compound, portrayed by Michael Preston, is a determined and pragmatic figure. His goal is to lead his people to safety, and he forms an alliance with Max in order to achieve this objective. Fifi, played by Bruce Spence. Fifi is a quirky and memorable character who serves as a mechanic and engineer within the compound. His eccentric personality adds depth to the film's diverse cast. Themes. Survival and resource scarcity. The film explores the themes of survival and the desperate measures people will take in the face of limited resources. The scarcity of gasoline and other essentials drives the plot and shapes the characters' actions. Isolation and redemption. Max's journey reflects themes of isolation and redemption. His character is initially solitary and detached but gradually becomes more involved in the struggle of the community. His actions reflect a search for personal redemption and a desire to make a meaningful impact. Chaos versus order. The film contrasts the chaos of the wasteland with the semblance of order maintained by the compound. The struggle between the humongous anarchic rule and the compound's attempts to maintain a semblance of society underscores the film's exploration of societal collapse. Heroism and sacrifice. The film presents Max as an anti-hero whose actions, while motivated by self-interest, ultimately contribute to a greater good. His involvement in the convoy's escape reflects themes of heroism and sacrifice in a world where traditional values are often upended. Impact and legacy. Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior, is widely regarded as a landmark in action cinema and has had a significant impact on the genre. Its innovative use of practical effects, including elaborate car chases and stunts, set a new standard for action films. The film's distinctive visual style, characterized by its desolate landscapes and gritty aesthetics, has influenced countless other films and media. The film's success also solidified the Mad Max franchise, leading to further sequels and spin-offs, including the critically acclaimed Mad Max: Fury Road, 2015. The franchise remains a cornerstone of post-apocalyptic fiction, celebrated for its imaginative world-building and intense action sequences. Conclusion. Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior, stands out not only for its groundbreaking action and visual style but also for its exploration of profound themes in a post-apocalyptic setting. The film's portrayal of a world in chaos, combined with its complex characters and dynamic storytelling, has left a lasting legacy in cinema. Its influence continues to be felt across the genre, cementing its place as a seminal work in the history of action films.